Alright, let's get right in there. I started off peeling a thin layer of acrylic off that was still left, because I was scared that if I didn't have a thin layer to protect my nail, two of them would actually fall off and die. As you might be able to tell from this out of focus shot, my nail is ruined in a C-form shape. The reason why they look like this is because she went a bit overboard with the curved nail file at my cuticles, and now they've grown out and, well, this happens. My left pointer finger is the worst. It's hanging on by a thread, and it's practically broken off far too down for the nail to just be cut off. And yes, it is painful. Now how to fix it? I start with a nail prep dehydrator. I don't put it on the ruined parts of the nail, just around, because that would be painful. I let that dry, and then I use a small amount of primer. The monomer I use say doesn't need primer, but it still lasts a little longer with it. Do a little dance and let that air dry. Now, if it's not already obvious that I am not a professional, this will give you a clue. Fighting with these damn nail forms. It helps to kind of curve them before putting them on, and then I flip the ends, and then I just try my best in this world. Now this is wrong. This is how not to do it. Because the form is crooked and it's not following the underpart of my own nail, or what's left of it. Because my nails are so short and just lacking, nail forms hate me. But it's not impossible, I think. Alright, this is definitely better. Make sure it's tight and centered, and then close those sticky tab things that are way too big and very annoying. A prime example of me not being a professional. My liquid to powder ratio is rarely perfect. Most of the time it's okay, but it's never perfect. Trying out a new brush for this, but apparently this brush is made to get it all over your finger and not your nail. This is not a healthy relationship. I don't worry too much about how it looks, because the most important part is the structure of it. Okay, nail techs, look away right now. Because of the X, formerly known as brush, and because this is quite hard to film. A few places around my cuticles didn't really stick. I think it's because I took too long and the acrylic started to dry a bit and didn't really want to help me anymore. I take a tweezer to break off the parts that's not sticking and fill it in with a new, more helpful layer. And now, who knew it was so difficult to file your nails and record at the same time? I file them into the shape I want, and I file off the turtle part so they actually look like real nails. Now I'm gonna try something I haven't actually done before. I think it's called clear capping. Basically, you put some shit on your nails, flower petals, your college diploma. I put it on a fast drying top coat, and then I just wipe the tip off because I want an ombre effect. I dip my finger in the pretty stuff and just hope for the best. I put clear acrylic over it. That's the clear capping part. It looks like shit now, but when you put a top coat on, it gets all the shine back. I didn't notice the little sassy glob, but you can just file it or break it off, don't worry, it's not staying. For the actual nail art part, you will need something like this. Somewhere to place your acrylic paint, a tissue, black stamping polish, it dries faster, medium density sponge, Q-tips, tweezers, nail polish remover, nail art brushes you can buy off eBay, and some black acrylic paint. Slather on the black polish like you don't give a fuck. Wait about 10 or 20 seconds and then just wipe it off. Don't use something like a cotton ball to wipe it off. Take a small part of the sponge with your tweezers, pick up some acrylic paint and dog hair, then dab it around to get a bit more of that dirty ombre look. Take a Q-tip, put it in some nail polish remover and start wiping off all your hard work in a circle motion. If you get too much polish remover on your nail, just dab with the tissue. Don't swipe it, just dab. Now we have something that resembles a circle. Now with the paint, take a nail brush and start defining the moon. So what you doing tonight, eh? Oh, just defining the moon, you? To get even more of an ombre effect, Put a pretty opaque layer of paint around your cuticles, well, close to your cuticles, and then fade it out with the brush. For the half moon design, pretty much do the same, but don't give a fuck about one half. When one side is clean, just dip your sponge in water and then paint, and then dab it on for extra see-through effect. If it's not behaving, dab a bit of the water off and keep going. Same as other nail, define it with paint, but be careful of not defining where the moon is in half, sort of say. Now, little finger, big problem. This crescent moon shape is a real pain to make, and I had to break out an angle brush for this one, because the Q-tip was just too big and clumsy. Now define. My camera stopped recording because it didn't think the thumb was important, but the design is just 2 dots. I made it just like I made the full moon. The top coat you can use whatever you want. Doesn't have to be gel, but I used the matte top wipe off gel. So if you do the same, remember some gel residue remover. No one will ever see these nails except me, but when I'm rage typing on my keyboard, I will look good doing it.